Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is a bit of a brain dump, so what's going on in my head. So recently I've been incapable of making any sort of decisions, and I know, like, particularly with eating disorders and anorexia, there's the whole kind of brain paralysis, food paralysis decision making thing where you've got food and you can't decide what to eat or what not to eat, and I think that's something that people with an eating disorder can all totally relate to. I've been there. I can still be there. Like, you walk into a shop to buy a sandwich, and obviously the shelves are filled with sandwiches and you're like, I don't know which one to pick. You've got the eating disorder head looking at all of the numbers, wanting to pick the lowest option. You've got the non-eating disorder head thinking actually what you would really want, but that doesn't match what the numbers want. And then you can stand there for hours, literally hours, looking at the sandwiches or whatever food it is, thinking, what one shall I get? Or what shall I get out of all of these? You might then have a selection of the anorexic type sandwiches that are all a similar number, but then they're not what you really want. What you would really wish you could be able to have is whatever that sandwich that the non-eating disorder head wants. And it's like you to and fro, and you just don't know what to do. So yeah, that's the example of a decision making regarding kind of the eating disorder world. I still get, and sometimes I will choose the eating disorder option, sometimes I will choose the non-eating disorder option, and sometimes I will end up somewhere in the middle making a decision between the two. But aside from the food kind of anorexic eating disorder decisions, I am also recently really struggling to make any decision whatsoever, and it is driving me mad. Like, I'm so fed up with my head. Like, I'm just totally incapable of making the simplest decision, or not even a simple, any decision. I just can't do. It could be, what day shall I wash my hair? Shall I wash it on Monday or Tuesday? And I don't know what to do. And I can spend, the whole day thinking about, shall I wash my hair today or shall I wash it tomorrow? Shall I wash it today or shall I wash it tomorrow? And it's like a small decision gets blown up into this massive decision that I just can't make. And I'm constantly, forever, asking my mum to make the decisions for me because I just can't make them. And, it could be, I don't go out shopping, like clothes shopping, because I don't like that. But I might buy clothes online and I might be deciding what top or whatever to buy. And I will spend days and days and days deciding, and then I'll be like, I like this, and my mum says, well, buy it then. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not sure. And then I delay and I delay and I delay, I deliberate, I decide. I then might decide that I'll buy it, and then it's sold out, and then I'll be like, well, that's fate, it just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, I'm just constantly saying, what shall I do, what shall I have? And my mum says, you must know what you prefer or what you want. And I'm like, no, it's not that we were watching a program the other day. They were actually trying on wedding dresses and buying wedding dresses. And one of the not a contestant, but the person on the show was struggling to make a decision. Said they always just want to make decisions to make other people happy. So when they were trying on their wedding dress, they were asking the other people what they thought of it before making a decision themselves. And for me, it's my decision, my inability to make decisions is not about not wanting to upset people or wanting to do what other people want to do. It's that I genuinely do not know what I want. And I know that seems like, how can you not know whether, even with like food example, but not kind of eating disorder food, I might be deciding between having chicken or turkey, for example. What do you want for your dinner, chicken or turkey? And I'd be like, I don't know. Well, you must know what you prefer, my mum would say. And I'm like, no, I just don't know. And it is like this with absolutely everything, and I can't express that much, like how much every single decision, like, what do you want to watch on the telly? I don't know. Well, do you want to watch Gogglebox or do you want to watch Coronation Street? I don't know. Like, I just do not know. And it's really, I can't, it's so frustrating that I can't make any sort of decision. Like the other day I rang up the hairdressers to make an appointment and they said, oh, we've got an availability on Monday or Tuesday. What do you want? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I wanted to go and find my mum and say, shall I go for Monday or Tuesday? What shall I do? And it's like, these decisions don't matter. But to me, I don't know why I can't make a decision. I just can't. And I'm sorry that this video isn't one that really kind of is insightful or provides advice or, whatever. It's just kind of me explaining my experiences at the moment. So maybe if anybody else has a similar experience to me, then it might help for you to not feel alone, because at the moment I feel totally like I'm just the only one who's incapable of making any sort of decision. And as I say, there obviously are the eating disorder decisions, which are also really, really difficult. And like, for example, so today I didn't know what to have for breakfast. I had 3 options. And the thing is, it was just like, I don't know which one to have. And then you spend so long deciding, and particularly with eating disorder decisions, you can spend a long time deciding, and then you think, oh, well, it's too late now. I'll just, won't bother, or I'll go with whatever. And that is totally not the correct decision to go with. But often, if I'm struggling to make a decision, I will generally end up going to what I would normally have, rightly or wrongly. And also that's partly due to my fear of, not fear of change, but my worry that changing things brings bad luck. So like for today, I'm struggling deciding between 3 breakfast options. There would one that I would have the most often, one that I would rarely have, and one that I have sometimes. And I'm stood there thinking, which one should I go for? Which one should I go for? I don't know which one to go for. I spend a long time deciding, and then I get so frustrated with myself for not being able to make a decision that I end up just saying, just go with what you normally have, because otherwise something bad might happen. And this is, as I say, this is happening in every aspect of my life, eating disorder related and non-eating disorder related. And actually sometimes the eating disorder decisions are easier to deal with because I know that they're eating disorder decisions, if you see what I mean. So I know that I've got, the anorexic decision going on, I've got the non-anorexic decision going on, I've got the overwhelming, oh my God, say you've gone out for dinner, you're looking at the menu, do I go for the safe option? Do I go for what I really want? There's just so much, I don't know which to pick. But it's kind of, you can kind of rationalise and argue that in your head when you know it's an eating disorder decision, although you can still become completely paralysed and think, I just do not know what to have. But with like the unimportant, just day-to-day life decisions, it really does just drive me insane, and I don't know why it's so difficult to make such simplistic decisions. So yeah, sorry that this video is not particularly helpful. I just wanted to kind of share my experiences that I'm going through right now, because this is like taking over my life at the moment, because everything just is becoming such a big decision that I can't make. And obviously there is the eating disorder aspect to it with regards to the kind of food paralysis kind of rules, which as I say, we can all probably relate to. And I think with that, for myself, I'm better at making those decisions, because as I said, I can recognise what's the eating disorder wanting and what am I wanting. And I say, I don't always go with one or the other, sometimes in between. But it is about kind of, I guess, thinking, well, is going for the eating disorder option really going to help me longer term? Is it actually going to get me where I want to be? Is me having a salad really what I want and really how I want to spend the rest of my life? Or do I want to be able to go out and have whatever it is you want to have? So I think it's about having those arguments in your own head and, you know, coming up with your own decision if you can. But as I say, with these kind of, you know, what shall I watch on the telly, which are so totally unimportant, but as I say, you have to make a lot of decisions, you know, day-to-day life, and for me it's just become so overwhelming, every single decision, that it just feels difficult. So yeah, I'm just sharing this in case anybody else has similar things, and so that you don't feel alone, and just to kind of, you know, show the reality of my life at the moment. So thank you for watching. Sorry it was, you know, just talking on and on without anything in particular. If you like, please like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.